Hi, I'm Ruchika from CleverTap, and today I have with me Jeanette, who's the CRM lead at Fave. Hi, Jeanette.
Hi, Ruchika. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you so much for taking out time for this. So, Jeanette, we all know that this is a tough time for everyone because of COVID 19, and companies like Fave are doing a lot of initiatives and trying to help people, trying to help mid sized business in particular when it comes to mid sized business in about how you guys are doing it.
Okay, so maybe just a bit of like what Fave mission is, right? So Fave is actually a merchant first platform. So I mean, it's literally in our mission. So we are actually very focused on how do we allow small, medium, or even large businesses to digitize some of their acquisition, loyalty, operations, and more, right? So to achieve that, we kind of have like taken the form of like Fave Deal. So that's the one that people are familiar with. Fave Pay, which is our payment system, and table ordering. So in more recent times, like the COVID situation, we actually have like more relevant operational products for merchant, like our takeaway, where they can upload their menu so that users can like kind of order through the menu and then head down to the store to collect instead of waiting there, as well as e-cards, which provide them kind of like a form of cash flow during this period of time. So all of these products were kind of created to assist all the current businesses in their business concerns.
So these particular initiatives that you are running during this COVID-19 era, can you tell me how this entire idea came up?
Yes. Okay. So it was basically, I think I was talking to my friend, and then he was sharing about this food donation initiative that he has seen around. So what it was people could like purchase a meal at any of the stores. So they physically go down and purchase a meal, and then that the store owner will keep that meal, and then another person who is in need can go to that store owner and request for that meal, right? So I was just thinking, actually, it seems like we could use the Fave platform to kind of digitize that particular experience or that particular donation experience, right? So in Singapore, we actually launched a digital meal donation initiative called Gift a Meal. So this is making use of our gifting feature. So previously, our gifting feature was used to gift a food voucher to anyone that you want, right? Like send it to your boyfriend's email or send it to your mom's email so that she can go and get a meal and redeem that meal. But for this particular initiative, we actually made use of that gifting feature. So they actually gift it to our centralized email address, which is giftamail@myfave.com. And we compile all the donations that we receive before we kind of, and then we have a request form. So people can kind of write in and say that they would need a free meal during this period of time. And then we send that particular gift link to them. So there is, if you realize, it's really quite appropriate for this situation where we are not really allowed physical contact with people. And a lot of my volunteer friends were like, how do we then volunteer or donate in this period of time? So this was kind of like a way I felt like we could kind of bridge that gap. So we have received about 124 donations so far. And we have actually matched that all to all that meals to donors, and we are still looking for more donations, obviously, so that we can kind of match more meals and provide more meals.
So, like you said, it's appropriate and also it's really admirable what you guys are doing right now. It's a very good initiative. And what I would want to know more about it is how you're able to tell your consumers about it. Like, what's the kind of messaging that you guys have been using? And has the messaging tone changed? Because it's more about donating something, it's more about doing something for someone else and not for themselves. So, how did you alter the messaging tone? And did you alter the timing and things like that?
Yeah. Okay. So I think in terms of messaging, definitely. So it's really a lot more about looking beyond yourself. So I think in Singapore in particular, the governmental messages help, right? Like we have hashtag SG United, which kind of is to build that unity among Singaporeans, or in Singapore, residents of Singapore in general. So basically supporting one another in such a difficult time is kind of like the key messaging. So we kind of build up upon that as well. So we do use SG United in our messaging. Secondly is we kind of reach out to them as they can still if you are in a position of ability at this point in time, like you have the ability to donate, why don't you donate to help someone else in need? So this is like the kind of core messaging that we try to bring to our users, so that we can firstly, I think it solves two problems, right? One, it solves like merchants who and you can actually support local merchants by ordering a voucher from them. And secondly, is you can support someone in need who needs that meal and can go and redeem that voucher. So I think overall that was how we kind of presented it to our users. We used obviously all our channels of communication. We use our emails. We placed in EDM banners. So the colors we use are actually really bright, so that it attracts attention, and it's not really it's more of a positive messaging, like positivity, rather than oh, it's such a dark time kind of feel. Yeah.
Can you tell me more about the channels that you have been using? You just mentioned emails and a few more channels. If you can give me like 3-4 channel mix that you guys have been using, which is working out for you.
Okay, yeah. So we actually placed it in our app banner, because like whoever enters our app, they already kind of know what Fave is and how to utilize Fave. So it's placed in our app banner. So that is one of the key channels we use. Secondly is on our emails, we actually place them on the top banner so that it attracts the eyeballs of our email subscribers. And then from there it lands onto a landing page which gives them more information about the initiative. So for our emails, because we send emails daily, we actually utilize our current frequency of emails to kind of get the word out, right? So that kind of helped. And then we have also utilized like push notifications, whereby we let people know about how they can use our gifting feature to actually donate a meal to someone in need. In terms of the copy and content, a lot of it was surrounding the goodwill of our users, basically reaching out to the goodwill of their hearts on whether they could donate a meal to someone in need. Yeah.
This is really inspiring, and the method that you are using to communicate with your users, that's also great. I guess you mentioned already the number of donations that you have received so far. Would you have something more to add about the impact this campaign has created?
Um, yes. So for me personally, because I'm the one that actually received those emails that come from our users, right? I think one of the key difference from donating on a digital platform is you get to actually write a message for the one receiving the link, the gift link. So in a lot of those messages or the gifts that we receive that we then pass on to the recipients, a lot of it actually is really, really heartwarming, because what they write in there is, we're all in this together. If you stay strong, we can actually like ride through this crisis. Um, in fact, there was one like really like cool story, like whereby we actually sent out the gift link and the recipients actually wrote back and said like, oh, she redeemed this voucher to actually donate the meal to our fellow migrant worker community, right? So we actually that she has then actually used the voucher, get a redeem a meal, and then actually head out to her estate and give it to basically the migrant worker community who at this point in time need some support from us, because they actually clean a lot more, right? They actually do a lot more cleaning around our area. So they are actually helping us in our daily, basically to keep our area clean. So I think that to me was really interesting and really inspiring as well, where how people are utilizing our platform as something to do even more good, right? So that was really kind of personally inspiring to me.
And I guess that's the perfect example of deriving empathy, which this entire campaign is all about.
It's really cool. So like I think I told my colleagues that the messages we receive actually inspire me, right? So I mean, we started this project to kind of help people, but I think one of the side benefit that I've gotten from it by being the person that looked through the email is the fact that people's heart are actually really good, right? And I think that's something that we all learn. Like in a crisis, that's what it shows, right? It's the heart of people. Yeah.
Definitely. And you guys are giving them a direction, and a direction they can follow and do something for others, like empathize and help out others. That's really great. Is there anything else that you would want to add in terms of the impact, like overall impact for Fave?
Yeah, so maybe just to add on is also like this is one initiative that we've done, and that's in Singapore, right? But in Malaysia, we have done a similar one for Ramadan meal donation, and that is through actually partnerships with NGOs. Um, and that, I mean, for that is like mass meal donations where people can buy food vouchers for 5 people, 10 people and donate it. So for that we actually are able to reach out to about to reach out to more users through the help of the NGOs, and more people receive the meals. In Indonesia, we actually run donation deals. So instead of meal donation, it's actually financial donations to various charity organizations. So that, I think overall, I think one of the key aspect of this period in general is how businesses can kind of come together and support users on a human level, right? Like what do they exactly need now, and how can we then support that need?
That's true. I totally agree with that. So, what's next for Fave? Like, is there any other campaign that you guys are thinking about? Are you thinking about expanding any of these, or what exactly does the future look like?
So I think the future, it will still be going back to our mission statement, basically. I think what would be important in the next step would actually be to see how we can further support our merchant partners, right? Because I think in this crisis, the ones that actually are impacted the most are the small, medium enterprises. In fact, even the large ones, right? That, like, everyone is impacted during this crisis. How businesses are supported in providing services to, or how fast they can adapt to these changes, would determine whether they are able to sustain themselves through such a difficult period. So with our mission statement of being merchant first, that's exactly what we are planning to do looking ahead, right? So further, aside from just Fave, which is our main products, takeaway definitely is something that we are looking to launch in our markets of Malaysia as well, so that merchants there can use this service to kind of allow to run their business better, and yet at the same time take care of safety measures, right? Oh, and e-cards is something interesting. We actually ran a campaign for it's called Save Our Fave, and that one we actually ran it through e-cards, which is one of our product, where users can actually purchase gift cards at a discount, while merchants get the cash flow, right? So I mean, that is kind of like the business struggle at this point in time. How do we get enough cash flow to tide across this period? So I think Fave's focus would still definitely be on how do we assist all businesses in their various business concerns.
That's great, and that makes a lot of sense. Good luck with all your plans.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing all this. It was really nice speaking with you.
No problem. Thank you so much for your time as well.